Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is edg3za, and today we are doing some more edg3za. I basically had, between Windows updates and driver updates and things like that, the recording studio and setup completely die. And this might sound slightly different for the recording audio. I need to reconnect the microphone and get that working, so don't stress about that. But today we're going to talk about something while you watch this replay. Yes, this is a replay, so I apologize sincerely, but who is Steve in Minecraft? And what I can tell you for free is Steve is a mythical character. You know when you don't have a Minecraft skin and you look at yourself, that skin there, that is actually Steve. And it basically is somebody that you might see in your world somewhere, someday, somehow, and you won't even notice it. But yes, Steve, you can fight about it as much as you want. It's just something that is actually in Minecraft. The second thing we're going to discuss today is what is the end? Now, the end is another dimension, much like the Nether, where you can go and you can fight the end dragon. And what you can do with fighting the end dragon is you can win the game and then go and get lots of mending gear and lots of elytra and stuff like that. We technically have a slight problem because we have a world border, but that isn't really a problem because it's actually not a bad thing for us. It's better to have the limits because I prefer to increase the world border every now and then when there's an update. That's why we're only working on the one side with the new area. Alright, so I want to point out I was not functional for a week and a half, nearly 2 weeks. So apologies for missing the episodes. The important thing to understand is possibly quite important. We just won't delve into personal problems here. Anything that causes you to have problems should let itself out. And that's the only thing we're going to share forever. So, let us talk about the world. I want to move back into finishing everything. Like, think about this. I need to make this castle here. I need to make the castle in the new area with the randomizer underneath it. I need to do something at random every few episodes now that we've mentioned the randomizer. You can understand that. But yeah, today we're going to be focusing on the pillager farm because this is kind of a tedious project, and this is just showing off the last little steps that you need in the pillager farm later in this episode. I just needed to vent a little bit, and that should hopefully fix things. So I have personally shared who I am, what I do, and what is happening for me on edg3za, edg3za. So I'm going to share that in a banner near the start of my episodes in the future, and similarly there'll be tons more in the description, and that should be pretty much perfectly fine because people that like looking at it will look at it, and I really appreciate that. Now, I figure I should try to get my consistency back, and I want to allow it to give eventually some sort of consistent streaming. Like, I'm not guaranteed to be streaming and things like that because I just don't feel like it, but twitch.tv/edg3za, no spaces, that's pretty much me. And I figure I will move the episode uploads to Monday and Friday, because that way I can potentially stream on Tuesday at 2 PM GMT +2. But currently I don't really have a reason to stream because I just don't feel like it. So let me know if enough people want me to stream. I will definitely stream, so don't worry there. Now, the one thing that I need to talk about is minimizing bad things on the pillager farm. I kind of keep dying, and you will see later on. I actually am recording this after I've already recorded the other clip. I kept doing things that was actually really difficult and really bad. Like, think about this. 30, 40, 50, however many it was, pillagers running around after you and stuff like that. I kept accidentally doing that, and you'll see, and hopefully it'll be funny. But yes. Now, right next to the castle in spawn, we really need to put stuff in. I need to make more houses and things like that. Like, that is what's planned for Monday's episode, because I have done a lot of planning to fix things, and hopefully we're going to be able to have fun in all of the new projects that I've worked out. Technically not completely new projects, but technically also completely new projects. I should, like I said earlier in this video, get back to redoing everything and finishing everything off. So we're going to try and bring consistency and things like that. And I just want to point out, if you have questions about Minecraft, please ask them, because I would love to be able to have like proper feedback on what I do and what I'm building and what I'm thinking of. Like, you could just go, why did you choose to pick the colors that are time consuming and slow to finish? Yeah, I kind of like concrete, and I kind of like pretty much everything else in Minecraft, and I just keep picking the colors that are difficult to use and things like that, because why should I stick to the normal boring ones? Like, otherwise I'd just make everything out of cobblestone and not even have a silk touch mending pick. So you can understand that. But yeah, so technically it's just to share ideas that are understandable and questions that are what you need and things like that. And you'll see here, there is the sky mob all the way in the sky over there, but I've got a new idea for a creeper farm. It is technically an old farm, but you know what, that's where we'll just leave it today, because it is an old farm, but I think it'll work for creepers, and I'm hoping for the best. This part has been slightly tedious, that's why you haven't seen it yet. But let's get... actually, we don't need those anymore. Let's get this going for ourselves. The first thing to do is we're actually setting it up on a layer that actually works. And I've had to fight so many of these guys, and like, I think we need to make a circle that they do not spawn in for them to see the villager. I'm just kind of still completely guessing, and that's why I'm not entirely sure. So any feedback there would be appreciated. But let's just get this going. I think we're pretty much there. He's gonna hit us. We're pretty much there where we can get rid of that sand over there. So I kind of want it to be on this layer so that they can see him, and I'm not entirely sure what this will pay off with, because I'm not entirely sure this is doing the correct things. And I've had to use so many rockets just to fly away a bit and heal. But I just wanted to let you know so that you could understand exactly why this is a slightly slow process. Look, he saw him. Yay! This is a kind of slow process, but I wanted to use sand here. So let's just go and get ourselves some sand. This is kind of slightly tedious, and yeah, there are still lag spikes, and I don't know why, but yeah. This is the most satisfying part of doing this. Hello. There is so much to do, and we've gone from 64 roast chicken when we arrived, basically, to 8. and we need to go do the shovels mending, but it's almost there. Like, it's becoming better for us. Like, if we just fly in slowly from this direction, as you can see, there's a pillager right there. But when they're on this level, they usually see the villager and then go in. So let me just finish this off, because this will take some time. My word. This is a tedious process, and I am slightly tired of it. Oh my word. You can understand, there's just too much that we have to do. And I really hope that they don't change the pillagers, that we have to adjust the farm. But every few major versions, like 4 or 5, they completely change things. That's why some things that we were able to do in the past, we can't anymore, is the first thing. But this is just not quite what I want to spend hours and hours and hours doing ever again. It's kind of sad. Okay, let's just eat first. And then dodge them. And finish them off. 2 shots each. Well, average 2 shots each. There we go. And they get angry at you if somebody shoots you on the other side. And it's like, then more come and attack you and stuff like that. But let's just finish this off. I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, if you take a look, those guys aren't aggro at the villager. And I went down to the bottom for a little test. It basically doesn't quite seem like it's correct yet. So we will need to adjust it. That guy pretty much shot the arrow away. And there we go. Let's just keep doing this, because I want to do this exciting last little bit with you. Okay. They will spawn all around me. And let's just try and get this done. Come on, we can do this. Hello. There we go. And with that, we now have a flat area. So let us move on to check if this actually pays off. Okay, let's take a look here. What we should get is them coming down here regularly. Now, while we're waiting, with it showing already that it's not going to be possible, let's just take a look. What we actually want is to put hoppers here. So you will face down, and you in, and obviously you in. As you can see, it doesn't look like they spawn close enough to the villager, because otherwise we'd have them more regularly, I think. I'm pretty much confused, mostly. But this could be something else. So let's just grab these and put them here. Because this is going to be a slightly different safe attack zone. But I'm pretty sure this farm needs way more work. I think we need to raise them one higher around the water and give them a fake pathway block to move closer. So we will just think this through in a moment while we're waiting. We are here in the creative world, and I've done some experimentation, and it is literally 32 blocks for them to see the villager. Now, they basically need roughly 8 blocks for where they drop into the water so that they don't shoot the villager. If we have it one higher, they stop over here and shoot the villager already. So that's kind of not really where we're going to go. We will just have to stick to the circle that's this big. I just happen to not really get it correct in our world. I'm doing it by hand and hopefully I've got it the correct size and things like that, but it's kind of a slow, tedious process, and I know I have two sides slightly off already. As you can see, I'm just counting and hoping for the best. So 3 and 2, and that means we'll run over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then we go to the other side. 3 and 2. This is slightly tedious and tiresome, but I hope it pays off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, now let's go this way. So there's the 3, there's the 2. 1, 1, 1, 1. Alright, that we can do. 1, 1, 1, 1. This is gonna be slow, and it's quite difficult. I've gone through 3 stacks of the cooked chicken already, and I've gone mending 4 times. Yeah, it's been slow. This is probably hilarious to see. I just run around and place slabs, and they just follow me, and this is so awkward, but I'm getting there. This is just slightly dangerous, so hopefully this will pay off. And when I do that, I just pick it up and move on. I think I should have had a better strategy for this. I just couldn't really think of what to do, and I still haven't sorted out the circle. So let's just go for a lunch break. And how I do this to heal up when I need to is I come up here and just pause. I do have a completely different strategy, and it's working out way better. Instead of running around, I just chill here and continue making it wider, thicker, covering more of the area, whatever you want to say. Sometimes they do come to try and get me, but they don't really last. And that is only sometimes, and on that layer they do sometimes see the villager, but when we've put the whole layer of sand there, you'll see the difference. So as they're all grunting, because they're annoyed, this is basically how I've gotten the top room to look. But this is basically not quite working. I think there's a lot more that we have to do. But if we just consider all of those little drops. So obviously there won't be sand. We'll probably get some rotten flesh and things, but we can get ominous banners into one set of chests and heads into another and things like that. So let's just grab these so that we can get rid of them. I just kind of don't know exactly what to do underneath over here for storage. Like, we will most likely just throw all our luck away and just do a normal array of chests and things like that. The other thing that I can't think of is what to do with the walls, because I want the walls to be different compared to the walls here at the top. I kind of think this is neat and tidy. I'm probably going to swap those two, but that's where we're going to just leave it today. And if we can just take a look, this is where my pillager farm has gotten to. It is now definitely a pillager farm, but definitely a slow pillager farm. I really would love to hear from you what to do, but just take a look at the next little short segment as the goodbye. So we need to put this here. 1, mending, because I finally got it working. I will share next episode the steps. I finally worked out everything and I did it over and over and over, and for safety's sake, give him another name tag. I've used like 10 maybe just on him so that I can get this going. Cheerio.